Let me tell you about a company that didn't exist 5 years ago. 5 years ago, a company founded in 2021 by a group of people who left OpenAI because they believe AI was too dangerous to build without guardrails. Today, that company is closing in on $1 trillion valuation, $965 billion, filed for an IPO, and it beat OpenAI, the most famous AI company on earth, to the SAG's front door. Its name is Anthropic. You probably know it is a company that makes Claude, some people call Claude, Claude, whatever you want to call it, the AI I use, the AI this episode was shaped with. And if you're not paying attention to what is happening here, you are already behind. Let me give you the numbers because these are staggering. Anthropic went from $9 billion in annual revenue at the end of 2025 to $47 billion by May 2026. In 5 months. That is not growth. That is a vertical wall, growing at 10 times per year, while OpenAI grows at 3.4 times. And here's what it makes this personal. 80% of Anthropic's revenue, 80, comes from enterprise customers. Companies like the ones many of you work for, or sell to, or compete with. This is not a consumer story. This is your story. This is happening inside boardrooms where decisions are being made right now about which vendors stay and which ones get replaced by AI. Now, here's the part most people are getting wrong. SpaceX already went public, priced at $135 a share, $1.77 trillion. The stock popped past $2 trillion on day one. Anthropic is still private, still worth less than half of that, still months away from ringing a bell. So no, Anthropic is not bigger than SpaceX. Not yet. But nobody in market history has gone from $9 billion to $47 billion in revenue faster than this company just did. Not Google before its IPO, not Facebook before its IPO, not Zoom during the pandemic, and in the quarter that just closed, after years of losses, Anthropic posted its first ever operating profit, roughly $559 million, 2 years ahead of its own timeline. Now I'll give you the full picture, not just the headline. Anthropic itself told investors that profit might not repeat next quarter because compute spending is ramping back up. This is a milestone, not a guarantee. But a company nobody had heard of 5 years ago just proved it can turn a profit at trillion-dollar scale. That changes the conversation. Mark your calendar. Anthropic is targeting October 2026 for its public listing. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, leading a raise expected north of $60 billion. That's not next year. That's 4 months from today. I've been here before. 2016, I got into blockchain. People called me crazy. My family thought I lost my mind. Business colleagues wrote it as off a fad. The people who understood it early positioned themselves while others left. Didn't just learn a new technology. They changed their entire financial trajectory. This is that moment. Again, but bigger. When Anthropic rings that bell in October, when the AI race becomes a public market race, The people who understood it before the bell rings will look back at this moment the way early crypto believers look back at 2016, even 2011. Here's the thing about early. Early doesn't mean reckless. Early means informed. Early means positioned. Early means you stopped waiting for the world to explain it to you and you started building your understanding now. Writer or spectator? Those are the only two options. You know what I thought about when I first heard the Anthropic numbers? I thought about the people who will make real money from the AI boom and lose it to the taxes before they even realize it. My wife and I built disruptorscode.com for exactly this moment, when technology creates a wave of new wealth. Whether it's crypto in 2016 or AI in 2026, most people ride the wave but don't protect what they catch. We help people grow and protect money tax-free. Economy collapses, you don't lose a dime. Market goes up, it grows tax-free. It transfers tax-free to your family. The AI wave is creating wealth. The question is, are you keeping it? Visit disruptorscode.com today. Book a call. Email us at info@carlosinspire.com to confirm we are licensed in your state. Here's the real question. Anthropic was built by people who left the most famous AI company on earth because they had a conviction, a belief about how this should be done, a standard they refused to compromise. 5 years later, closing in on $1 trillion, beating their former employer to the sack. That's not luck. That's what happens when you build something you actually believe in. Most people spend their careers building someone else's vision, executing someone else's plan, growing someone else's valuation. What is your Anthropic? What's the company, the idea, the movement that you would leave everything behind to build? That you would take the risk for? That 5 years from now would make people wish they had paid attention sooner? The people who found Anthropic in 2021 were not guaranteed anything. They had conviction and they had courage. So I'm asking you, what are you building? What are you too afraid to start? What are you waiting for? Because the next trillion-dollar idea is not going to announce itself. It's going to whisper. And most people will ignore it. Don't be most people. That's your immigrant moment. Grab the book, Work Like an Immigrant. WorkLikeAnImmigrant.com. Everything in that book is a blueprint for building when nobody believes yet. Proceeds go to hunger relief. Bulk orders, info@carlosinspire.com. Follow me at carlosinspire on Instagram and TikTok, YouTube and LinkedIn at Carlos Cicada. Because you know the drill. The days that breaks us are truly the days that makes us. Much love.